What's going on YouTube? In this video we got a nice money play for y'all out of the single back bunch X nasty. The playbooks that you're going to find this in is going to be the Rams and the Vikings, or you can see right there on the screen. The play we're going to be talking about is verticals. You can also have a nice little run scheme with this formation. You can use the HB smash. The wide zone weak is basically like a stretch play, and then there's the HB slam, and then you can do the inside zone, and there's a toss play as well. And there's a few other plays you can run, but we're going to primarily focus on this vertical play against all zone coverages and man coverage. So let's jump into the practice field and show you how we get this going. All right, a couple things about the play. If you're on the right hash, you want your bunch to the right side. If you're on the left hash, you want your bunch to the left side. After that, you want to make sure you put your burner at the X position. If you don't have a burner, then go ahead and put your best route runner at the X position. After that, you want to make sure you have a big body receiver at the B position. If you don't have a big body receiver, you can sub a tight end right there. It'll work just as well. We're going to be going against a cover 3 sky first. All you have to do is motion over the tight end to the left side of the field. Now, a couple things can happen with his route. He can get jammed up, and it will take a really long time for this play to develop. Now, if that happens, this is a two-way bomb right here. You can bomb X. Now, sometimes it's going to look like you can't, but I'm just going to show you. And this will work even if you don't have a burner. You're going to get over the top of the cornerback right here. You just got to lead it right, and you will get that pass off. Just make sure you highball it. I didn't highball it right there. High balls are next level in this game. They will make or break your passes. But if you do get the time for the A tight end to develop, he's going to get wide open. I'm going to try to get him open right here. Now, I do show y'all the good with the bad. There will be times he gets caught up with the O-line, the D-line, and he won't get open. But you will have that X receiver wide open. And I promise you, I've done this with the Ravens, with Duvernay. You don't need 97 speed, 95 speed. You can get it done with 92 speed, 93 speed. But right here, we're going to see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just going to go ahead and get sacked right here. But it took a long time to get open. I think it's the better route runner of a tight end you have, the better he will get through the line. I'm not too sure. That just might be a thing, because when I was doing it with Mark Andrews and Darren Waller, they were getting through and getting open right away. But like I said, if anything, just hit the X receiver. I want to get this play off with the tight end getting through though, and you'll see how wide open he gets. We'll be able to get it right here. He gets wide open, but you can see that took a little too long for it to develop. So if you're not really too sure if he's going to get open right there, just easily hit the X receiver right here to the outside. It's going to get open every single time. It looks like it's not, but right about there, right when he passes that cornerback and does that cut, just throw a high ball and lead it to the outside. Promise you, even if you don't have a burner, you can get this play off. All right, so the next defense we're going to be going against is going to be a cover 4 drop. Same setup, motion over the tight end, put A on a crow route or Y on a crow route. Now, you don't necessarily need the crow route against cover 4, because A is not going to get open over the top of the linebackers and underneath the safeties like they did against cover 3. They're going to guard them a little bit better because there's a safety in that position. We're going to be looking for X against cover 4 drop every single time. He gets open a lot more than he did against cover 3. You're just going to lead this ball over the top, and you can turn this into a one-play touchdown more against cover 4 than it was against cover 3, but you can get caught like that. And once again, this will work even with a slower receiver. You don't need 97 speed, 95 speed. You can get this done with 92 speed, as long as your receiver is as fast as the safety or cornerback that's out there, or a little bit faster. I'll keep repeating that for all my money plays. If you are slower, now you're taking a chance there. We got sacked right there. That's just one of the things we deal with. If your receiver is slower than the cornerback and the safety out there, there's a possibility that they can walk you and swat that ball. So you want to be the same speed or a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and set up our O-line to get better blocks. But once he makes that cut, basically, you're going to just go ahead and lead this ball over the top with the high ball. I kind of let that a little bit too much, but you can see he's getting open. We'll run it one more time so we can see that it is consistent. That was just a bad throw by me. If sometimes there's passes you don't need to make free forms, and this is one of them, you can just lead this ball just holding the left stick. You don't necessarily need the free form. I would recommend still highballing it though, just in case. Like right there, I didn't use free form, but I did highball it, and we're almost able to turn this, well, we are able to turn this into a one-play touchdown because a couple of broken tackles. But it is very successful against cover 4 drop, and you can turn this into a one-play touchdown majority of the time. All right, the next defense we're going to be going against is going to be a cover 2, same setup, motion over the tight end, put your running back on a curl route. Now the main receiver we're going to be looking for is going to be B. Depending on your opponent's zone drops, it might take a little bit longer for this play to develop. If they're playing 30 with their flats, it will take a little bit longer. If they leave it at default, you will get open a little bit sooner. But regardless of what they put their zone drops at, you are going to get open with the B receiver. Like I said, it will take some time depending on the opponent's zone drops, but once he passes that cornerback, we did get hit right there. Let me set up my O-line and make sure they block a little bit better. But once you pass that cornerback, you're basically good to go. Just lead this ball. You don't even need to free form it. Just use the left stick and lead it forward, and you'll be able to get probably a one-play touchdown, especially if you have a burner at that position. We ain't getting the time we need. They do shed a lot better in practice. It's just one of the things we deal with. Let's do this one more time so you can see that it does work. Go ahead and double team somebody. Shift your line over. ID who you need to ID to get your O-line to block a little bit better. Right here, wait, we might be able to get it off right here. We got the blocking. Once he passes that cornerback, like I said, Hopkins is by no means a burner. And if you're able to get this ball off, you can turn it into a one-play touchdown against cover 2. All right, the next defense we're going to be talking about is man coverage, specifically the zero blitz, where they're sending pressure, sending 6, and it's one-on-one across the board. What you're going to go ahead and do is motion over the A tight end, go ahead and block them, block the running back. Now, this is why we put the big body receiver at the B position, because we're going to be dunking on the cornerback's head. Now, one more thing you want to do, you don't want to keep RB on the route he's on, because whoever was guarding the A tight end, they're going to be a free body, and a lot of times what they would do, since there's nobody else on that side of the field, they'll go and help the cornerback guarding the B receiver. So what we're going to do is put RB on a streak so we get that reassurance that we're getting one-on-one with the B receiver. And we're going to do that high ball holding down the left stick so we get that dunk on animation, which you're going to see right here. If you're not okay with making the catch as a user, just let the computer do it. He would do his best job to make this catch. And especially if you have somebody like D-Hop, they do a really good job of making this catch. You do not need to user it at all. Now, you do get better animations if you know how to user and swing the receiver inside and hold that Y button to get an aggressive catch. But if you're not okay with it, I'm showing you right here, I'm not user catching it. It is all the computer. I don't have to do anything, and you're getting these good animations that we're getting right here. This is the best thing you can do against man coverage. It's the easiest thing you can do. It takes minimal effort because the receiver is doing all the work for you. All you got to do is make sure you get that pass off. And I wanted to do a couple times so you can see that this is consistent. You know, with the receiver making the catch by himself, I'm not pressing any buttons to user it, and you can see he's getting it off almost every single time. Well, you've seen every time we did it, he got it off. But that's going to be against man coverage. All right, real quick, let's go ahead and go over cover 4 quarters with match turned on. If you don't know, there's a huge difference of having match turned on in your coaching adjustments and then to having it as a default. If you have it as a default and you're using cover 4 quarters, they're going to play it like a cover 4 drop. But a lot of people play match and they know what they're doing, and if they do, just look for X. You're going to set this play up the exact same way. And you can see Marquise Brown is by no means a good route runner. He's decent, but he does have that speed. But you don't need speed or the best route runner. You want a mediocre route runner, and you're going to be able to get this play off against match every single time. The problem with match is they do play it like a man coverage, but they wait. They wait till you get to their area, and once they do, they realize, okay, it's me and him. But by that time, they don't man up good enough, and that allows you to just burn them over this cut right here. You'll either burn them over the top, how we're doing right now, or you will burn them to the sideline. Either way, you're going to get wide open against cover 4 quarters match or cover 4 palms. They'll play it the exact same way. That's going to be it for this video. I hope these money plays have been helping y'all get 50-yard bombs, 1-play touchdown. But with all that being said, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.